So 2 times x squared would be 2x squared. 2 times 7x would be 14x. And then 2 times 12 would be 24. So now let's go ahead and factor this. So what two numbers multiply to 12 but add to 7? Okay, so it looks like 4 and 3 are the two factors that multiply to 12 but add to 7. So we can go 2 times the quantity x plus 4, and then x plus 3. And there you go. That's factored completely. Let's come over to 26 now. What two numbers multiply to 15 but add to negative 8? Negative 5 and negative 3 are two numbers that multiply to 15 but add to negative 8. And so we can write our skeleton, put our x here, x minus 5, and x minus 3. Okay, let's go down to the last few here. 5x minus 6 plus x squared. Okay, they're trying to trick you up a little bit. What I would do is rearrange these so that the squared is first, the degree of 2, then we'll follow it with the 5x, then we'll follow it with a minus 6. So now that we've rewritten it, let's go ahead and factor it. Okay, two numbers that multiply to negative 6 but add to 5 are negative 1 and positive 6. So x minus 1. Wait, hold on. No, that's not going to work. Wait, what? Oh, wait, yeah. X, yeah, it will work. We're fine. X minus 1 and x plus 6 is the factorization. Okay, let's come over to 28. Okay, we notice that this is a square. This first term's a square, and this is a square. Therefore, this is a perfect square trinomial. Let's just make sure that that's the case. So we can write our skeleton here and immediately put a b here and a b here, the square root of that first term. And then we can write, we'll take this sign and we write it right here, so that's a minus. And this was always going to be a plus. The second term is always a plus. And then we write the square root of this one. So square root of 49 equals 7. So that's a 7 and that's a 7. And we can check this because let's make sure this is working here. So, oh wait, hold on. This needs to be a minus. B squared minus 7b minus 7b plus 49. Yep, so that works. B squared minus 14b plus 49. Right. What I meant to say earlier, I'm sorry, is that this is always going to be a positive right here. In a perfect square trinomial, this is always going to be positive. So what determines your signs here is this first sign here. Since this was negative, both of your signs here need to be negative. And this is, remember, this is here, this is a perfect square trinomial. And the way you can tell is because this is a square here, this is a square here, and the square root of 49, twice that is the middle number. Okay, let's come over to number 29 here. Okay, let's start to do our process for 29. I don't notice any special cases, and we can't readily factor anything out. So 8 times 15 is 120. What two numbers multiply to 120? Negative 120, because that's a negative 15, but add to 14. And didn't we find this a little bit earlier? It was 6 and 20, so positive 20 and negative 6 will. So we'll write our skeleton, x plus 20, x minus 6. Okay, and since we multiplied by 8 at the outset, we now need to divide by 8. So we'll do that. Now we reduce. So it becomes x plus 5 halves. 4 goes into 25 times. 4 goes in 8 2 times. And then x minus 3 over 4, because 2 goes into 6 3 times, 2 goes into 8 4 times, and now we swing that bottom number in front of the x. Okay, so we'll swing it, and that goes 2x plus 5 times 4x minus 3. There you have it. Alright, let's move on to 30. 8m squared minus 10m plus 3. Okay, so we want to figure out what two numbers multiply to 3 but add to negative 10. None do, so I'll just write no solution. Alright, let's move along to the last few problems.